Hello once again to Amberlea N-Gauge Model Railway. It's the last video before Christmas, and all we're looking at today is some plans perhaps for the new year, and along with some things that we've been doing over the past few days and weeks since the last video. Now, I've never been happy with this area here. Far too tight a curb, and you know, all it is really is the incline leveling out and getting the train back round into the main layout again via some sidings. And really, I'm not entirely convinced that what I originally designed is either functional or beneficial to the layout in any way. So the incline going along the back there and right the way around on the elevated section to the back, and then down the incline there. The OH shunter is the only loco which will take anything round there now. Everything else comes off at this bend, regardless of how slow I take it, and it's just not practical. So in the short term, I could bring the downslope round here, and then join it back onto the main track there and let it continue on its circuit, and that would be plan A. Be a much gentler curve, and although I'd have to have some of the curve on a slight slope, I don't think I mean, the proof of the pudding's in the eating, but I don't think that it would necessarily be too difficult. The only thing is, by the time the slope has finished, it starts again, and realistically, I might as well have an elevated section at 5 centimeters the whole way around. Pros and cons. If you've got any ideas, then stick some comments down below and give me a helping hand, by all means. However, there's another opportunity. As I cleared out the loft this week and managed to get some of the boxes and items from this area here out of the way, apart from the 3 guitars, none of which belong to me, I thought, how about extending this part of the layout here right down into that corner. Now that is a significant stretch of track there, 2.5 meters, which is about 8 foot, by 75 centimeters, which is about 2.5 foot. So we could quite clearly do quite well there. Bearing in mind this section here, the width is only about just over 40 centimeters, which is why I was restricted to such a sharp bend. Now we get a couple of boards continuing from the end of this board here down into that corner there, providing I've got some space underneath where I can store some of this stuff that's still out. That gives me a much better opportunity of creating a curve that's easier on the engines for a start. It'll never be realistic, but I can get it hidden under a Scenic break of some description, or a hillside, or a bridge, whatever that might be, to get it back round and come in to join in with this section here, which would be at least a double track, and then back round. And I could even bring it round and join it up with this track here, with the double outside track there. That's a thought before it goes into the station. So plenty of food for thought there. Of course, I don't have to have a loop. It doesn't have to be something that comes back. I could, with the space I've got there, have a terminal station, and things run down there, and then when they're ready, they run back out again. So that's another thought. Again, plenty enough room to do that, with the opportunity to create some decent scenery as well on the run down there. So that's another thought, which we could do. Now that's going to involve me buying some more track, clearly. Haven't been onto any rail yet to do any design work. I'm going to save that pleasure for over the Christmas break. When I come up with something, I will try and share it with you on the channel to see what you think. And again, if you can give me any advice or help, that's always greatly appreciated. So I'm quite happy with how the rest of the layout is looking for the time being. In the centre of that piece there will be a sliver of cutting in the middle, and that will be a cliff face, or a sheer rock face. I have got a mould and some plaster of Paris now. It's just a case of finding some time to make that and then get it installed in there, and I think that will look quite good when that's in. Again, semi hiding the outside line, and giving just that extra bit of anticipation as the engine emerges from the train emerges from the tunnel, from the cutting, and then round the corner into the station. So that's all looking good. Again, taking you down to the far side, this area here is all going to be covered. Need some automation in for the points, if that's going to be the case, and scenic break will take place there. The straight down the back there at the front is, apart from the fascia on the outside there, is almost complete down to this area here, where that will be the start of the tunnel, which will enclose all that back area there. As you can see, the portals coming out there, and that will be all those lines there. The single line on the elevated section and the double line on the main line will all be hidden by a tunnel, and then some nice grass work on top, which again I'm hoping to crack on with in the new year. Another project, and capture some of that, I'm sure, on video for a future episode. So that's where we are, pretty much. Got some painting to finish over in that corner there. I've got some scenic backboards to find and install, particularly along this section here, the back there, as the single line comes down the slope. And then obviously if I'm going to continue that along into that corner, then I'll need some Scenic backboards there as well as some sky on the sloping ceiling. So that's my thoughts. I think one last thing to say to everybody is thank you for your support during the year that's just gone. Well, certainly since June when I started the channel. Haven't built as quickly as I thought I would compared with some other people who started around about the same time. I don't have the number of subscribers that some people seem to have accumulated in the same period of time. I don't know why that is. Perhaps I'm not savvy enough to be advertising in the right places. If anybody can help with that, with getting me out there, then greatly appreciate your words of wisdom. But it just remains for me to say to everybody that watches, very Merry Christmas, and all the best for the new year. Let's hope it's a decent one. And that's me signing off. Thank you all very much, and I'll see you with the next offering in the new year. Bye for now.